Hey Todd, how's it going? You should know where I'm at just by seeing all this. Is the volume okay? Download a different app to go live just to see how if it was any better than Streamlabs. Yeah, I did that last night, although I'm not big on using a lot of live bait anymore. It's more of a challenge to use artificial lures and whatnot. But as you can see, it's actually a little windy here. Hey Glenn, how's it going? I'm just relaxing. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Figured I'd drive out here after work for one or two reasons. One reason is because I like coming out here at times. Some pretty good fishing. And two, there is a U.S. Coast Guard station straight ahead of me and a sheriff's substation. But that's funny, Todd. But this place has a U.S. Coast Guard station and a sheriff's substation. So I figured I would swing by and get a little videoing in. Figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride. I'm using that new phone holder I got. Had a couple people out there swimming. Did a little bit of fishing last night. Caught a couple bass. Nothing big. Was down at the pond for a little bit. I left my wallet and my work ID card in the car. So we'll see what happens. I know here at Sodus Point, the sheriffs put a boat in the water and they patrol. So, Sodus Point, New York, right on Lake Ontario. What's up, Invictus? Good to see you in. Let's see. All that is Lake Ontario. It is pretty much a border between New York and Canada for the most part. Sorry if there's wind noise, it's getting kind of windy out here. Yeah, it's really nice. I used to bring my boat out here. Well, I had it out here like twice last year, and that was it. But I don't have the boat anymore since I sold it to some kid that wanted a project boat for fishing, and my boat ran, held, or floated, so he's now using it for fishing. Yeah, Glenn, it's very nice looking here. Over there you got an island that the only way to get to is by boat. There's another one. And then you got a lot of the houses over in this area that are for like summer rentals. So it's pretty cool. And this is all publicly accessible. So it's a public parking lot, public beach right there. A lot of, well, the last couple years the water's been really high. Yeah, they've had flooding and whatnot along the shore to where pretty much the water would almost reach about where that playground is right there. And a lot of the shore, like, let's see if I can show you. All that brown there is basically what's left after the erosion from the water and everything from all the flooding. So it's been kind of hectic around here. But that white building, zoom in, that white building right there is the U.S. Coast Guard station. Grab some video of that, show you around a little. The sheriff's substation is the tan building that's over there, but we'll get to that. But yeah, girlfriend used to love coming here in the boat. She would say, I beat you, saying she's got more fish than me. So, those guys were just out in the channel fishing on that boat. Got an old man fishing here off the little pier, whatever you want to call it. I generally don't keep them. I do mostly catch and release. But I think the size is about 10 inches. And the limit, probably 4 or 5, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure. Pretty good fishing in here if you know where to go. Excuse me. Oh, they actually put 2 porta pots out here. But nah, Randy, it's Lake Ontario. Welcome in. I was kind of hoping to catch the Coast Guard boat sitting in. I don't think it is, though. I think the sheriff's boat's the only one that's in. Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah, they don't have the boat in. The trailer's not here for it, so they must have took it out of the water already. Looks like they got a little dump box right there for clearing a gun. But don't quote me on that. I can catch up to a 4 or 5 pound smallmouth in the pond where I live there, Glenn. So it makes it kind of nice. And the sheriff's boat's out of the water. That little thing's fast. I can catch smallmouth right out of the pond. Yeah, they must have just took that out. There's sandbags from when they had the flooding here. I can get you a video of the backside of the sheriff's substation. Don't you just like how they leave a mop outside? Don't know what all chemicals are in, so when it gets wet it drains right into the ground. Yeah. United States Coast Guard electric cable. Huh. There's a boat just coming in. Last year when my girlfriend's sister came up, we took the boat out and ended up having a little bit of issue with the motor and the battery, and ended up having to tie up to this dock after being dragged or pulled from inside the channel there and brought over here, and had to tie up here until I can get the boat to start. Then once I got it to start, I floored it to get back to the loading dock where I put the boat in. But I'm surprised, you know, usually with people out on the boats, they're still here. Although I'm not sure about the one boat. Right there. I don't think any of those are Coast Guard. Although that one might be. But Sodus Point boat ramp closed Memorial Day through Labor Day. Wayne County Parks Departments. That's kind of crazy. I have my little action cam on top of the rig, so if something happens I'll have that. But one thing that's nice about this little app that I'm using is it saves all the content right into it, even with it uploading to YouTube. It still has that second save. What's up, Grove City Otter? Hey, Randy. Check the comments real quick. Oh, what's up, Save? Oh, wow. I've never used a frog to catch a pike. I've used like a lemon head jig and caught frogs that way. Just holding them out in front, give them a little twitch every now and then, and see what happens. But here, beach closed to prevent further erosion. Please stay off beach. Well, I'm not going on the beach, I'm on the bank. Sodus Point Park is open from sunrise to sunset. Ooh. Sorry about all that. Can't swim in any designated areas except for on the other side, out in the lake. Oh, nice. Hold on a sec, guys. Yeah. Flip this back around. Just trying to sheriff driving around the parking lot. They don't like it when something works for someone. I've used frogs with spinner legs that spun as you reeled them in, but then again, they're artificial. I've heard of that using leeches for walleye. And there she goes. Must not have been any donuts. But maybe I should have came this way sooner. I don't know. Hey Art, welcome in. Sorry if it's a little windy. Yeah, gotta love those treble hooks, especially when you have a fish on one hook. If you're using two treble hooks and the other one gets stuck right in your finger. And then you gotta cut it and try to have your girlfriend help pull it out. I know, Sabe. No donuts, no service. What the hell? Just had a sheriff come through, Art. But right there is substation for Sodus Point. Then you got the Coast Guard station right there. I can get a view from the other side of the substation, but the sheriff came through, did a drive-by, you know, creeping and crawling, and then turned around and ended up leaving with no contact. So I'll give them a pass, but they can't really do anything because the game wardens, or the Fish and Wildlife Commission, or whatever you want to call them, here they're actually pretty good. You know, they don't bother you too much. They might come do a fishing license check, but other than that, they don't really bother anyone. There's the backside. Now, here they got their little grill set up, you know, a couple picnic tables. That one looks almost new compared to the other, but this thing's interesting. I find it suspicious that the sheriff would come in here slowly, just be like, oh, which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? But what's funny is U.S. Border Patrol, Buffalo sector. I'm over 2 hours from Buffalo. Oh yeah, of course they're being suspicious. So here's something, get a little sidetracked for a second. The U.S. Attorney for the Western District of New York came out with a press conference. Well, he was saying about how Rochester police declared the protest illegal. Well, under the First Amendment of the Constitution, we have the right to protest and assemble to redress our grievances to the government, which is basically what's been going on for 8 nights so far in Rochester. Well, I commented saying about the First Amendment and the right to assemble and redress our grievances and whatnot, I got called a terrorist. The video is in my playlist for Daniel Krug, and the person's name that basically called me a terrorist, the first name's Warren. So I basically went back and forth with him a little bit, and he told me I don't deserve the rights that I've been giving. Come on. Yeah, that in itself is complete bullshit. I wasn't given rights, I was born with them. You know, every person born in America has the same rights. With everything that's going on, you know, how can... I just jarred my back a little. Exactly, Randy. You can go into my playlist, look for the U.S. Attorney for Western District, and it'll be there. And I believe my comment was a highlighted comment, so it might be up towards the top of the everything. Yeah. And I basically, it was getting to me and everything, so I basically told him that he was a communist and that he didn't respect the American Constitution and everything. Yeah, but still, the way he was saying it, Art, is that he said, first thing he said was, our terrorist is, or your terrorist cult is something is going down. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay, Todd. You know, I'm able to stand up for myself, but someone calling me a terrorist for sticking up for rights, doesn't matter if they're my civil rights or anyone else's, then, you know, it just, that gets to you. You know, I try to do what I can for anyone. You know, SGV, when he got hit by the truck, I went on to Bemco's site, pulled up the, to do a comment or a review. I went and I downloaded Prism. Yeah, I think we are. You know, the wind's been picking up a little, but it's like 70 degrees here. But if you get in a little bit closer to land, it clears up some, but not a whole lot. But with everything, you know, you guys seen how I am. When I did that one video discussing the equipment and everything, and we found out about SGV, I went right to Bemco's review page and left a review. If it showed up, I don't know. But, you know, I am always there for those that honor and protect civil rights and who fight for civil rights. But look at when Furry Potato was arrested and then released with no charges in front of that one site. Thanks, Bolthead, for doing that. Sending her there. What the hell? But yeah, when someone does something or says something about me not deserving my rights, I'm gonna fight that tooth and nail, because I damn sure have my rights. Everyone has their rights. Granted, I know that everyone is entitled to an opinion, but it's all about respect. You know, yes, you're entitled to your opinion. Don't force your opinion on me, because that shit won't fly. I'll get in out of this wind, because it's getting a little windier. I haven't even been home yet. Trying to get this set up somehow. But yeah, I can't even read the screen. All right, this ain't gonna work. Yeah, but when he's the one that suggested the furry go to that one place. You know, furry took it with stride, but you know, furry and Bolthead do good together. You know, I'm not passenger. Bolthead did that? That's another thing. Masshole. Vegan. And I'll say this. They're probably Antifa. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but honestly, they're not about upholding civil rights. They're about putting people down and not giving a shit about what people are out there doing. They don't care about anyone but themselves. You know, I'm not Antifa. Yeah, look at what happened with the Resistance when he was in Philly. People didn't want reporters or even him filming. You know, I don't put anything past people. You know, I could care less about what people think of me. They haven't found a box to put me in yet. So don't worry, Save. That's both of us. We've had them up here in Rochester and Buffalo, and then New York City, Randy. There's videos on TikTok and some on YouTube about inviting Antifa to walk down such and such street, and see what happens and whatnot. Yeah. I don't know. Is Al doing okay? I didn't see anything from him today. Last time I saw him was yesterday morning, and then I had to get into work. Yeah. The only thing is, the bigger the box, the bigger the ego. Oh. Really? Was it his or? Oh, all right, he's good. Because I didn't see him at all live today. I know Mother Freaking Media was kicked out of the Trump thing today. It was him and 2 other people. What is it? No Name John Doe, which is his son, I believe, and another guy. But the reason why they wouldn't let him into the rally was because he's a First Amendment auditor. Oh, all right, safe. Because of that, they wouldn't let him in. And it was the state police that made the decision telling security not to let him in because of being a First Amendment auditor, saying he harasses and antagonizes the police. Yeah, that in itself is crazy. So Trump basically lost a supporter, more or less. He was talking about emailing the White House and explaining to them what happened, but honestly, yeah, he was live. He went live as soon as he got there. Had to be around 3 o'clock or not 3 o'clock, but like 2:30 that he went live. Yeah, pretty much. And we all seen the interaction last night in Livingston County when he was there live. And we saw the interaction with him on the phone with that lieutenant. Oh, wow. What you probably do, Randy, is hit the bell button or unsubscribe, then resubscribe and hit the notification button again. Look at this. He's just cruising right in that channel. But yeah, I got the notification and I was, yeah, definitely. It's pretty windy up here right now. I see a seagull riding the wind, and it's pretty much stationary, just floating right in one spot. But yeah, I was building coils, and the supervisor came to me and said, "Hey, we need boxes." No, I didn't see that. I heard about it. I was in Surveyor Raw's live stream as I was driving over here, and someone mentioned it. That I find crazy. But yeah. All right, give me a sec, people, while I get this started. It's probably gonna go and jump to the radio. Oh, that's right, Save. It was you. They don't want people knowing that it was actually bullshit. Come on. There we go. How's the sound? Is it still okay? All right, Todd, take it easy. All right. I'm working I'll have to wait to see what that looks like. You know, they always get pretty good content down there. I think my girlfriend's gonna be jealous that I came here without her, but she had to work tonight. She works tomorrow night, and I gotta work tomorrow also. Otherwise, as soon as she left, I'd be out filming. But I'm gonna probably keep my rig in the car just to have it with me so I can film. You know, a lot of these houses on the left side are all like summer rentals and whatnot. Some people still live here and whatnot. Girlfriend and I actually considered buying a house. Tried to call me. It was a spam risk. Actually decided we were going to try to buy a house out here, and then we decided against it. So that's pretty much when we made the plan to move to California. Although to her, that plan's already been in place for I don't know how long. But yeah. Moving to Montclair, California. But we were gonna buy a house just on the other side here, and it actually looked like it was a decent house. Single level ranch, 2-car garage. You know, it was a nice place. But California, good to go. I took the to be inspected, and this is funny. When anything, car or trailer, is supposed to be inspected, they got to pull it in if it's a car or whatnot. Newer than 1996, it has to go on the computer. Unless it's older, then they just do the old safety inspection. Well, yesterday, when I took the trailer to be inspected, I'm inside talking to the guy that owns the shop. He goes, I bring the registration in. He asked me, everything work on the trailer? Yeah. I actually went through and made sure all the lights worked, replaced a couple lights because they weren't working. So I went and I told him about the lights and whatnot. He didn't even look at the trailer. He just gave me an inspection sticker, said $6, here you go. And I'm like, okay, see you later. But it was funny. Oh wow, that's new. Here's one of the local boat launches that you don't have to pay to put in at. Unlike where I was going, you have to pay $7 just to put in a boat. Someone's getting building supplies dropped off. Oh, cool, Glenn. Yeah, my girlfriend has a friend that lives in the Bay Area. Her family lives in like Victor-in-law apartment at the house he has, and we'll be living there. And actually, to me, it's a studio apartment. Yeah. But Save, you can't forget the bananas. He's got to keep that minion fed. For reals. You know, it's funny, Save. My girlfriend doesn't even have an accent. Although, once in a while, I'll catch her. Because my girlfriend is half Mexican, half white, like Irish. So, it's kind of funny. Yeah. Dominion needs bananas. Sometimes it's funny to hear her talk. Internet connection unstable. There we go. It dipped down. Is it buffering? I can't tell. But alright. 5x5. Still alive. 5x5. Johnny 5 alive. One of the all-time favorite movies. Short Circuit. One thing about up here, there's a lot of like fruit farms. Apples, pears, cherries. One of my other all-time favorite movies is Hey, America's Auditor, good afternoon. You missed it, I just left Sodus Point. You will love the view. Looks right out onto Lake Ontario, which is really nice, but it was a little windy. One of my other favorite movies is Police Academy, and I did a quick little thought video on it. About Tackleberry and some police that are in the videos. But yeah, two of my very favorite movies, Short Circuit and Police Academy. Definitely Bobcat. His voice in that movie messed me up and everything. But here's some actor information. I believe Bobcat is from Syracuse. And also, what's her name? Lori Hunter? Or, not Holly Hunter, but, yeah. I believe so. But how many of you remember the movie Happy Gilmore? Adam Sandler, golfer, the guy that played Apollo Creed, I think. Well, the guy that played Shooter McGavin was a local New York resident. He was born over by Romulus, New York, which is maybe 45 minutes from where I am. Actually, 5 minutes from my daughter's house. Yeah, they burned shit down and then we had our tea party. And then the one, yeah, Waterboy was good. The one chick that played Jethro Gibbs's ex-wife on NCIS, the redhead, she's also from upstate New York. I didn't know this until a few years ago. Yeah, there's a lot of good movies. One of the movies I want to see, and I've been able to catch like the first Fire Stick, Tenet. Girlfriend's been dying to watch that movie. Yeah. Last night I watched another good movie. It was Saving Silverman with the kid from American Pie. And one of the best actors out there. All right, Art, take it easy. Stay safe. Yeah, the pie fucker. I got this car behind me that likes riding my ass. They better buy me dinner first. But it had Arlie Emery in it. That guy, oh my God. He was the drill instructor from Full Metal Jacket. And that is one of my all-time favorites. Hell, the first, half hour, 45 minutes of Full Metal Jacket is just them in basic training. And if I remember correctly, he got that part because he was an actual drill sergeant. No, I don't think I saw Grown Up. I've seen Grown Ups with Adam Sandler and David Spade, Chris Rock, and what's that other one's name? Kevin. Oh shit, can't think of his name. Yeah, Arlie Emery played the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket. And I used to have that as a ringtone when the "What's your name, Private?" And that was funny. Every time it'd go off, I'd have people looking at me like, what the hell? But yeah, there's a lot of good movies out there. Amanda Peet, she was in the movie I watched last night. Skinny little thing. She's okay looking, I think, but I'd rather I like a little bit of meat. girlfriend would go nuts if she heard that. But yeah. Last night was the 8th night of protest in Rochester. That's funny. You remember the old crisis helpline ringtone where it talked about if you're schizophrenic, 1 2 3 4 5 or whatnot. If that would have went off at a wedding, I would bust out laughing and probably fall off the chair. That would be hilarious. It's basically for like different personalities, say. It's hilarious. You'd have to hear it. Probably gonna head home because I gotta get something to eat. I woke up at 4 this morning, shut the alarm off, and about 40 minutes, and didn't even grab anything to eat or anything. So I've been pretty much going since I got to work on no food. I didn't even make coffee this morning. That's how tired I was. My favorite junkyard just passed. Place where I do a lot of my junkyard treasure finding. Although that's something I'm gonna have to pick up out there in Cali. See if I can find a pick and pull or whatnot. And see if I can find something. Hey, T-Dog. Well, put it this way. The rear shocks that I put on my Explorer when I was doing the rear end are basically brand new, and they came from there and only cost me $46 for the pair. I found a brand new rotor for the front of the Explorer, which would have ran me about 50 or 60 bucks at the parts store. There would have only cost me 18. When I was working on my truck to get it fixed up and whatnot, because I was going to take that to California, but it just kept giving me issues. I blew out a brake line, and I was lucky enough that on a previous visit I found a brand new brake line. All I had to do was pull it off. Oh, you're gonna be in Rochester? Cool. Yeah, I'm in. Go to my About Me page. I have my email there. Email me around the times that you're going to be there. I get out of work at 2:30. Well, shit. I probably won't be able to do anything until Friday afternoon. Because I go back to my 10-hour schedule, I think. But no, they were actually, the brake line was in really good shape. And the only issue I had with getting the shocks off is because they're coilover springs. I didn't have the spring compressors. That was the fun part, because I actually left the junkyard, went to the parts store, picked up spring compressors just to go back to the junkyard and get the springs. And in the one video that I posted for like my first junkyard treasure find, yeah, I showed the springs, and you could still read the stickers on them. The stickers only got scraped because of when I went and took it off, or went and took the shocks off, because I had to fight and use a breaker bar to try to get the lower control arm down enough to be able to get the spring out. And I'm glad I did switch them out, because the passenger side spring or shock was completely shot. It was busted in 2 places. The brake line, about the only thing I had to worry about was the bracket on the pumpkin that held it up off the pumpkin a little bit. That was, the bracket was rusted, but the brake line itself still had the black plastic coating on it to help keep it from rusting or whatnot. So that was actually pretty good. Yeah, exactly. When I was out there last year, I was trying to get the yeah, and believe me, I'm all about having the right tool for the job. But when I was in California last year, I was looking for the dust shields for my truck, for the front rotors right behind there. But I told my friend, you know, go to the junkyard and see if you can find them, pull them off for me. You know, I'll pay you back. Well, he ended up talking to a friend at the Ford dealership, because Ford doesn't make the dust shield covers for the O2 pickups anymore, or any other vehicles, for like the older vehicles. So I had to deal with driving around with no dust shields on the front, which is a pain in the ass, because if you go through a mud hole, and my driveway is gravel, you know, and there's a lot of dirt and everything that gets kicked up. Well, that didn't help the bearings, and I had to switch the bearings. I had to do the same thing last year for it too. But my truck had basically brand new rotors and brakes the whole way around. My girlfriend's getting on me about all my tools right now, because all my tools are going to take up a lot of room in the trailer. Even though I got rid of some of the tools I don't really use anymore. I had DeWalt drills and whatnot, but you know, I don't use them, and it was hard. A couple of the drills I had, you couldn't find for. But a lot of my tools are all packed up, ready to go. Yeah, exactly. I'm still riding around with my table saw in the back of my, sitting on the back seat of my Explorer. And I haven't used that since I did the framing for the trailer. Because she went and bought a 6.5 by 10 foot homemade utility trailer that all it was a deck, and I fully enclosed it to almost 4.5 feet high the whole way around, and then built doors and whatnot and redid all the lights. Yeah, exactly. The only reason why my Explorer was in the shop within the past couple weeks, one, I don't do alignments, and two, the sway or stabilizer bar link bushings on the rear, I wasn't going to chance pulling the or switching the bushing out, and I'm glad I didn't, because the bolts that hold the bracket to hold the bushing were so rusted you can't get a wrench on them. So when I put it in the shop, they had an issue trying to get the wrench on there and to pull it off. They said, well, the only thing that we can probably do is, you know, if we do snap them off, we gotta snap the other one off and, you know, probably drill through the frame. Well, they snapped them off all right, but the good thing is the bolts that they put in to replace are replacement bolts for the same exact thing. You know, there's a slot that they slide into to tie that in. I've done my share of transmissions. I've done my share of engine swaps. I've been working on cars since I was 13. My grandfather started teaching me, and then I had friends that always had issues with cars, and so they would pull me in to help. So it was a good learning experience. Now, my other car, my 2017 Escape, I won't pay anyone. Well, I have to pay someone to work on that. Although I did the back brakes on it, and the because it has an electronic parking brake, the clip or the pigtail end for it where it clipped in snapped off. So I had it rigged up with duct or electrical tape to hold it in and whatnot. And my girlfriend went to go to work the one morning, and I guess it came loose. And basically what happened was the emergency brake locked up on her. So that got to be kind of hectic. And we ended up having to pay $210 just to have the Ford dealership because it was under warranty. But because of the electrical tape being on there, we had to pay the full price for them to do the work on it. So I won't touch those brakes again. And if I do, I'm gonna make sure I damn well YouTube a video on how to do them, so I don't have that issue again. Oh, she looked like a grumpy puss. I've never done a clutch or messed with the guts of a transmission, but I have switched them. Oh, that sucks. I don't like working on drum brakes, although I wanted to. I like disc brakes. And it's funny, when I did the back brakes on the Ford Escape that I have, I went and rented a toolkit just to be able to compress the caliper in. Well, it cost me $65 to rent a 13-piece toolkit to do that. I was like, you know what, let me see what Amazon has. I ordered a 23-piece kit to be able to do the same thing, and it only cost me $20. So I didn't have to worry about that. Oh, I know. A buddy of mine grabbed a clutch plate and throwout bearing for a truck that he had. That thing was a beast. Don't even know if we got the parts off the right truck or right transmission. Yeah, disc brakes are a hell of a lot easier. Yeah, I can do front and back within 25 minutes. The only real hard part is the lug nuts. If they are seized on the lugs really good. Yeah, I prefer to do all my own work myself. If you think about it, I did both rear knuckles, both rear toe links, and shocks myself. 450, 450. 5 would have cost me almost $2,000 to have done. And so that there, yeah, that's how I feel about it, Save. Oh yeah, they definitely do. The only issue I have is, you know, if there's something I'm not sure about, I'll go and research it. Here's an example. 2003 or 2004 Chevy Silverado AC compressor unit. You know, most AC compressors are on the top of the motor. The AC compressor unit on that Silverado is located on the bottom passenger side of the motor, right by the motor mount. So I'm gonna go in, grab something to eat, watch a little TV, go through YouTube, see if I can find anything. Pretty much that's gonna be the rest of the night. Not sure. Well, it's 20 after 5. I might go out again, I don't know yet. Maybe I'll go do a quick cop watch in Palmyra or whatnot. Maybe Fairport. Not exactly sure. But yeah. Thank you all for being here, and thanks for doing everything. You know, the support and sharing and the likes. Love you guys. Take care. God bless. You too, Save. Have a great night. Take care.